I didn't have too much moto experience, and I don't think the film really wanted to take any chances, so I wasn't allowed to do it.
You wanted to very badly.
Yeah.
A robotic dog designed for battle hits the box office this weekend. Movie writer Mike Scott with NOLA.com, the Times-Picayune, is here with a preview of A.X.L. and some other movies. So what's the buzz about A.X.L?
Well, the thing to remember, I'll preface this by saying we're in August. We're in late August. Summer movie season is over for all intents and purposes. Award season is on the horizon.
So you're saying none of this is good?
Well, this is a time of year where studios sort of dump the movies they didn't really feel like could compete in either award season or summer movie season. And by all appearances, A.X.L. is one of those movies.
Okay.
It's a kiddie action film built in the mold of E.T. and its litany of copycats, telling the story of a boy who finds and befriends a robotic dog built for military purposes by an evil corporate entity. And then he's got to spend the rest of the film trying to keep the dog from falling back into the hands of said evil corporate entity. Now, I haven't seen this film, but the early reviews suggest that it really lacks any kind of creativity or originality. It'll appeal to 10-year-olds, but not too many people outside of that demographic.
So sort of, if it had been done the first time 40 years ago, it might have been groundbreaking.
Correct.
All right, then the next thing here is a Muppet movie, but not for children.
Yeah, this is not a movie for children. It's directed by Brian Henson, the son of Jim Henson, the creator of the Muppets, and it does include a Muppet co-starring cast. But you don't want to bring your kids to this movie. It is a hard R, raunchy comedy, sort of a cross between Who Framed Roger Rabbit and Team America World Police. Melissa McCarthy is the human star of the film. She plays a Los Angeles police officer who is tasked with solving a series of Muppet murders. And basically what we get is a string of scenes in which Muppets do and say things you would never imagine a Muppet would do or say. And so as you'd expect, there are some laughs to be had there, some tasteless laughs, but there are laughs to be had there. The problem is it ends up kind of feeling like a one-joke movie. This is a movie that started with a really good idea, but then the inspiration goes out the window from that point on.
Kind of shows how it's really hard to make a movie.
Yes, absolutely.
Piece it all together when you're shooting one scene here and one scene there.
No question.
Right. All right, and then finally a movie about nutria?
Yeah, this is my favorite movie of the week. It's a documentary that it's titled Rodents of Unusual Size. It borrows that title, of course, from The Princess Bride, but it's actually about nutria. It tells the story of the arrival of nutria in Louisiana, their eventual loosening into the swamps, and subsequent, over the past several decades, destruction of the Louisiana coastline, or their contributions to the destruction of the Louisiana coastline. There's nothing really revelatory here. There's nothing new, but it does do a nice job of comprehensively and fairly charmingly telling that story with the help from such local faces as Kermit Ruffin, Susan Spicer, Wendell Pierce. The real star, though, are the South Louisiana residents who live in the swamp and hunt nutria. And I'll tell you what, through their smiles, their faces, their spirit, it helps the movie transform from an environmental documentary into really an ethnography on South Louisiana.
Interesting.
Yeah,
all right.
Absolutely.
The rat that ate Louisiana.
Right on. And it's not open, it's not in wide release. It's only playing at the Zeitgeist Multidisciplinary Arts Center. But if you love Louisiana, you'll like this movie.
All right. Interesting. Mike Scott, thank you as
Thank you.
always.